Season 9, Episode 3. April, this month we're talking about being social selling. Um, and I have a question. What is a obstacle in your in We Dreams business, in your own personal business? And I'll answer this question too, but what's the obstacle that prevents people from being social on social media?
I would say poor planning, honestly. A lot of people don't take the time to plan their social media. They're just flying by the seat of their pants. So they're not social because their energy is taken up by figuring out what I'm gonna post in the moment. But if we kind of plan what we post and those things are scheduled out, now I can spend my week being social, having conversations, and my energy can be focused on the people, not necessarily the post.
Hmm, that's good. I can relate to that. I think for me, the problem that I have with that is it's new. It's a new system. It's a new process that you're going to have to build. And I guess in my head there was just an assumption that this shouldn't take that long. And when I actually did it, it took a longer time than what I thought, and I just felt like I was failing at it. And then I stopped doing it, and then it just petered out. It just kind of stopped happening. So I think, for the first couple of times, have prepare your mind. This is going to take longer. This is not going to feel like a well thought out, well-oiled machine. It's not going to happen just quickly. So prepare yourself, and then be willing to shift and move, and give yourself plenty of time to try something. And if it doesn't work, then just be prepared for that. It's not just going to click. Uh, to answer my own question, I think, and again, I can personally relate to this, and I see this in people that we talk to. Um, it's not thinking that your story is interesting. It's not thinking that it's thinking that um, you're not something that people would want to pay attention to, or maybe your service isn't as good as anyone else's, or whatever the case is. But I mean, it's just not thinking that not that you're not valuable. It's just that, like, I'm just not that interesting, and I don't think people would want to see it. But that's not the case. We firmly believe there is something unique about your business, about your product, about your service, about you, that can offer something that other people of the market doesn't offer, and will attract business. So yeah, I think both of those things are really. I could totally see how that would prevent people from doing it.
Yeah, I love that. And whenever people talk about any kind of market saturation or I'm not interested versus somebody else, 100% of the time, I take them on a journey with me down the bread aisle at Walmart because there are a gazillion brands, types, flavors of breads. And like y'all know, there's a lot of types of bread. And so that one bread company didn't say, "Oh, the market's saturated. People aren't gonna be interested in the bread that I have. There's so and so bread down the aisle." No, people want the bread that you have, regardless of if there are 100 other types of bread. There's no bread like you. So that's just mine. I just say, get out there. People need it. So.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah, the bread aisle. So let's take these people down a journey. We're on the bread aisle here at Walmart. We're talking about showing up and being social this month. We're in a series called, let's social, let's be social. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, definitely go back and watch, go back and listen. We're on a journey this month just to help you elevate your mind, elevate your how you show up. We talked about how social media really does matter. Your clients are there. You want to build that trust, that credibility. You want to be consistent. Last week, we talked about social selling. We're not convincing people to buy from us, but we are being very clear about the value and we're clarifying so they can make a decision to buy what you have. We cannot be afraid to invite them to purchase what we have. And this week, we want to help you go from where your people are not just saying, as they see you show up, they're not just saying, I think I can trust them. We want your people to say, I know I can trust them. And one thing that helps you with that is what I call social proof, right? In the world of online business, people don't just buy the product or service, but they I think they buy confidence, right? They if they see us work for somebody else, they're like, "Oh, that could work for me." Or is this person legit? Oh, they help so and so. I can trust them. And so that's why social proof is so important. It's pretty much just evidence that shows other people what your transformation is. It shows other people they can trust you. It shows people that you've been able to have this solution work for someone else. And you guys, we see social proof all the time. Think about Amazon reviews, testimonials on websites, word of mouth, even is social proof, right? People talking about it. And it's so, so, so powerful. I think one thing that social proof does is that it kind of helps remove that doubt sometimes, right? Like sometimes potential customers, they're considering to buy what you have and they're like almost there, but they're like, I'm not quite sure. That social proof will build instant credibility. It validates the results that you're saying without you having to say it. And it really does reduce that buyer being hesitant. So, Mitchell, I want to hear what your thoughts are about social proof. We're going to get into some types of social proof that people could be using, and also maybe give them ideas about where they can get that social proof from. But just initially, when you think about social proof, what are your thoughts on that?
So we all want people to like naturally, and there's a word escaping me, but um just give a review on their own, or we you talked about reviews. Last podcast we talked about ask for the sale. Sometimes people are just reluctant, maybe just like how we're reluctant to being social on social media. So don't be afraid to ask for the review. um you know so in my wedding business, so I video weddings, and you get to know people kind of intimately. To me, the more I know about the couple on their story of how they met, have they known one another all their lives? Did they meet in college? Did they meet in high school? Are they high school sweethearts? Like all these questions that I like to ask. The more I get to know that, the more I'll know what music to put to the video, what to look for when I'm filming on the wedding day, all this stuff. So the more you know, the better. And so you get to know these people. Um, I had to get over the fact I have to ask for this review. And I won't ever forget it. One of the brides that I did that to, they were more than willing. Like it wasn't even a big deal for them to write a review. And they literally, they text me the review. And I kid you not, on an iPhone, on a text, it was this. I had to scroll like 3 times of all the things that they wanted to talk about. And the mother did the exact same thing. It was a couple of scrolls to see the end of it. So I say all that to say, yeah. Well, the other thing I was going to say too is, ask for the review. Just go ahead and ask for it. If you've made a good connection, especially the ones that you've made a good connection with, if they're not already proactive in doing it. The other thing is, this is just human nature. When we realize that other people are jumping off a cliff, we kind of want to too. Good news is you're not asking people to jump off a cliff. You're just asking people to buy your product and your service. So when people see that they're not the only ones partaking in whatever that's being offered, whatever solution that you're offering, once they see other people doing it, whether they know them or not, whether if they do know them, then even better. But if not, at least they see that other people are doing it. So it's definitely going to help a momentum in your business, specifically when you have reviews and you promote that and you shoot it out there.
No, I love that. I love how you said ask for the testimonial because that's really important. And sometimes what I've learned is you don't have to even wait until the end of a client's journey with you to ask for a testimonial. And obviously, it depends on the business that you're in, but there are some businesses where there are different points along the journey where you could ask for a testimonial. Mitchell, you have a lot of touch points with brides. You had that initial meeting, and I'm sure you're phenomenal and you cater to their needs, right? It's like even after that, hey, how was that meeting for you? Because that could be a testimony of just how you get to know, like people might see your amazing wedding video, but they don't know how much time you took with that bride. But a testimonial might be like, man, Mitchell takes a lot of time before he even films. In my business, there's different touch points along the way where I could say, hey, would you be open to sharing that, as a quick testimonial? A lot of times, I'll have a session with a client and we're not to the end of their journey, but they're like, man, this is what I implemented and this is what happened for me. And I'm like, oh man, would you be open to sharing that as a quick testimonial? And 9 times out of 10, they're super willing to do it. I will say this, in addition to asking, you also, depending on your business, you might want to create just a quick, short form or a quick survey. Depending on your business, there may be an offboarding process where it includes a
Yeah.
link where they have like not a long survey, maybe 3 easy questions, like something like maybe like, what's your biggest takeaway or what changed for you after we worked together or after you used our product or our service. Even maybe what would you tell someone thinking about working with me, or what would you tell someone who's thinking about buying this thing? Just little quick wins, giving people opportunity to share those quick wins. Think about that when you're asking for these testimonials. So I wanted to say that because you mentioned about asking for the testimonial, but you may be thinking, what are some types of social proofs besides testimonials? Like we know testimonials are, I love testimonials. People love a good story. They can be written, they could be video statements. So that's super exciting for you because video is great. But there are other types of social proof that you can do. One thing you can do is a before and after, right? Maybe you have a product that maybe you cut hair. So you could take a picture of Mitchell before he had a haircut today, and then you could take a picture of him after the haircut, and now you're like, "Whoo, I see that transformation just in that picture." Mitchell may not have had to submit anything written or recorded a video, but I'm seeing right in front of my eyes a before and a after. That's social proof, right? Case studies are social proof where you're walking your audience through the journey that you took someone else on. So sometimes we only post the end result, like, look at this happened at the end. But even though you're at the end, what can you share about the beginning and the middle of the journey and let people see, what happened along the way? We call those case studies. That's social proof. Another thing is proof that's generated by someone else. So if someone shouts you out, tags you, DMs you, comments, you can screenshot that and share it to your stories. I literally just did that this morning. I had a post and someone commented something super nice. I screenshotted it, threw it up in my stories with a little thing. Boom, there's social proof right there. But yeah, there's just all kinds of ways you can just have that social proof. Any kind of numbers or stats, even maybe your business deals with metrics, right? Maybe you're I don't know, you have a investment firm and 98% of your clients make a return on their investment within the first 12 months. I don't know, I'm just using that as an example. That's a stat you can throw up there. That's social proof for what you do. So you don't have to use all of these ways, but we want you to start thinking about what's 1 or 2 ways I can start collecting social proof and then build from there. So
Yeah, I really like that. I like how it could be as simple as taking a screenshot. Um, and really, that's probably more authentic, anyways. I mean, if I was to say, if I did a talking head and say, hey, this person thought that my video was X, Y, and Z, or they thought this about We Dream on how that we were super into whatever. But if you took a screenshot, maybe not even their talking head, but if you took their words that they posted on a comment, I love that idea. That's really, really good. You've talked about numbers before. Oh, wait. I'll just end it there. I'll just cut this little piece out and just have you pick it up from there. Go ahead when you're ready.
So now that we know kind of the importance of social proof, we know kind of some types of social proof. We want to make sure you know like how to share this, where you can share it, how you can share it. Obviously, we talked about social media posts. You can turn these reviews into graphics. You can turn these reviews, use stories, reels to reshare any kind of win, any kind of feedback. Obviously, clearly, social media posts. But don't forget also about your website. You may have a section on your website that is just for testimonials. I would add them there because we know people are going to go to social media, but a lot of times after that, they may hop over to your website. You want to have some more social proof up on your website. Something that I'm about to add to my Instagram is an Instagram highlight with some social proof. I haven't done that. I think I did that like way back in the day, but I've kind of got away from that. And I'm getting back into that. So that way, if people don't see me shared in real time, they can go back and create like I can create this highlight that people can always go back to, right? So the screenshot that I shared today in my stories, I'm gonna use that to start my Instagram highlight with this social proof so people can always have a place to go. I will say don't sleep on email marketing. You guys, we haven't really touched much on that, which we probably need to do a podcast about that. But you can sprinkle testimonials into your email marketing. When you're selling something, when you're introducing an offer, that's important too. And then, of course, any kind of sales pages, throw it up there. You have a page where it's dedicated to selling something, throw up that social proof if you have it. So the main thing is we want to make clients a part of the story. That's really all what social proof is in a nutshell. It's like
Mhm.
I'm posting, I'm sharing my story, I'm doing all the things. Now I can make my client a part of the story, right? Celebrating what's going on with them. It deepens the connection, I think, also with the client, and they'll probably give you then a word of mouth referral because now they feel appreciated because they gave the review. I think it can go on and on. It can I'm thinking of a snowball, like it starts off small. Like you may think I only have this one or two testimonials, like use them. It doesn't matter because that those two testimonials could be the thing that gives you the third and the fourth and so on. So,
You know, as you're talking there, I'm just thinking about when it comes to thinking about social media and like maybe one of the hearts behind when I post on We Dream or I post on my personal business. What if I could one of the ways that I got over all of the inhibitions I had and all the obstacles I had about actually posting like personal things. Um what helped me got over that was understanding that you're not necessarily posting for the people that currently follow you, but you're posting for a potential business that hasn't seen yet what you posted already. But the goal is for them to see the posts that you're about to post or the ones that you're planning and scheduling or creating or you need to create. And that real when when I'm reluctant to or when I'm coming at reasons why I shouldn't or I'm trying to talk myself out of it, that's one thing that usually hooks me back into the right frame of mind of, well, I have dates available. We have dates available on the We Dream calendar to do X, Y, and Z. So a way to fill those dates and to reach out to these new clients is to put new media out there that because they haven't seen what you've already done yet, the new ones yet. So you have to post new ones that potentially will grab that new business.
yeah, I love it. It's like I think of social media is like a front door. It's
Yeah.
like we got a whole lot of stuff in the house. But if that curb appeal isn't, like, good, people aren't gonna wanna come in. So it's like, how can I create an inviting space where people want to explore, like, what else is beyond this door that you're presenting?
Yeah.
So social proof is just a way to do that.
Yeah, social proof is like, there's a trendy word out there like, do they have the receipts? Or I got the receipts. It's pretty much showing the receipts of what you've done. And yeah, it's maybe a little bit self-promoting, but I mean, you could look at it that way, or you could also look at, I mean, again, in the previous podcast, we talked about just kind of owning and not being super salesy, but making it fit your personal or your person and our personality of We Dream of not being super salesy, but offering solutions. I mean, you're basically, hey, I just want you to know I have this stuff, I have this product or service over here, and these are what these guys are saying. I've done a great job serving these guys. I would love to also serve you. I'm not looking to sell you. I'm looking to find a problem that you have, and I want to offer whatever solution I can to help this make this easier for you. So, anyways, but I love social proof because it's just another creative way that's not just so mundane and the normal way of posting your service. It's just a creative way, another angle that you have, and it's a tool that it's in your tool belt that you could use to post something unique.
Yeah, no, I love it. Just a quick couple final thoughts here. Remember that social proof is not just a one-time thing, one and done. You really want to get in a rhythm. Make it a habit. I don't know if it's maybe once a week, once a month, once a quarter, highlight someone, just whatever that rhythm is, just get into a rhythm. Let me say that. And then secondly, I'll say, you know, you might be thinking, I don't have social proof. I'm just starting off. I don't really have the testimonials yet. Listen, you can use past collaborations with people, feedback from peers, your friends, people, maybe that if you volunteered in this industry or just was at a networking thing, connected with someone. Many wins from people who maybe comment on a post, right? If you put this fire piece of content out, this content that really resonated with people, and you getting in the comments, man, this is awesome. This post really helped me. Own that, screenshot that and own that. Like, just start. Don't think you have to have this grand old big testimonial if you're just starting out. But I would say you gotta start thinking about the social proof things aspect of things. It's really going to help you sort of build that momentum. So I know we've covered a lot today. Just remember social proof, it definitely is going to build that trust, remove the doubt. Remember, there are lots of ways you can use social proof, lots of different types. Just pick one, right? Just pick one and put it out there. So, Mitchell, any final thoughts from you today?
No, I think social proof, that's something that I'm going to take away for sure. Again, it's just another angle. It's a creative way to promote your business. You mentioned collaborators. Don't be afraid to ask a review or some sort of social proof from a collaborator. I'm thinking of, so I film weddings. I work with photographers. I work with florists. I work with wedding planners. I work with day of coordinators. And yeah, I would definitely be sending out a few texts a day to try to figure out just a cool way that we could also help one another. It's not just one sided. I could do something for them also. Whether they're going to use a screenshot or I don't know, whatever they're going to use that I could offer them. And it could be mutually beneficial for us.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited about me, stepping into my Instagram highlights, throwing up some social proof there, just to keep growing. And with We Dream Media, right? You guys will be seeing us do this as we continue to grow and just expand what we offer. Speaking of social proof and asking for social proof, we're asking you for a review right now. If this podcast helped you, if any podcast in this series, today's episode or any previous episodes you have watched, if you listen to it and you're like, man, y'all are coming up my street, that is so for me. Leave us a review. Send us a DM so we can screenshot it and share that out. Like, we want to have social proof and you guys can help us. You guys can be a part of our story. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss an episode. Leave us a review, jump into our story, and we are so excited to see you on the next episode. Don't want to miss it. Always remember that together we
We
dream
dream
media.
media.
Mitchell, just would love your thoughts on just initial thoughts on the importance of social proof, and then we're going to dig into some maybe types of social proof that people should be using, and kind of how to maybe even
I'm
what
sorry.
just happened. Are you okay?
So I'm getting over this bug.
Oh,
And I
okay,
was
okay.
holding this cough so long. And I'm trying to hold it. And I'm trying to let you get to your point or to hand it off.
You're over there dying, Mitchell. Okay, listen. For the next episode, this is how we're opening it up. Mitchell was so wanting to serve y'all so he
Committed,
wanted to serve you in such the highest way.
devoted.
He was willing to die so that y'all could be served.
Oh man, my ears are hot. Oh my Lord. Good Lord. Okay. All right. I don't know if we can salvage that.
No, I'm gonna start from
Mitchell, what do you think?
yeah, basically.
Like,
I'm gonna start
no
and then
joke.
Mitch, are you alive?
This eye was like doing this all by itself, just trying to hold it. And it started to water, and then once it did that, I'm like, I can't hide it, and then it just kind of like my throat completely cut off.
Remember that time Mitch almost died when we did a podcast?
Like legit, I pulled a muscle. I'm pretty
Oh
sure I pulled an abdominal muscle. Oh my
That's
god!
wild.
Wow. Okay.
Take a minute. Like,
Oh
we're
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh.
Bless it.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let me set up here. Let me crack my neck, pop my back. Okay. All right. I think we're ready.
Okay.
Get my pop here happening.
Ah.
All right. I think I'm ready. Okay, go ahead.